Hey folks, Todd here. So I am out enjoying a little bit of trail time, but I was actually going to get some content on the Dss Sliders on my truck. So it started raining while I was driving out here, and it got really muddy. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and make some content on this thing because I want to tell you guys a little bit about it. So let me go ahead and flip this around and talk about the Dss Sliders. All right, so here we go. These are completely caked up and covered in mud. Yeah, it started raining, and I mean, you know, the trails that we've got out here is, you know, kind of that red clay. And so, yeah, it's kicking up a lot of stuff. But let me point out a couple of things. Number one, so I've also got, you know, the fender flares, and the fender flares are doing an extremely great job of catching a lot of that stuff before it slings up onto the side of the truck. Also, you can see this is catching a lot of the mud, you know, from the bottom side, and so it's providing a lot of protection over here. I'm still, I mean, it's raining, guys. I'm going to get a lot of stuff that's going to get past, but normally, I mean, you can kind of see some of the marks here from stuff getting slung up. Before I had these steps, and actually also before I had the fender flares, this would have completely been just redecorated, right? And so I like the fact that the steps are actually blocking a lot of the mud. I've been thinking about, and I've got it centered. I've been thinking about cheating it and sliding it forward a little bit and blocking even more that's coming up from this little gap here that gets kicked up from the tire. But anyway, I might play around with that, might not. But so I want to tell you a little bit about the step. Number one, this is from Go Rhino. So if I move this out of the way, there you can see Go Rhino. These are the Dss Sliders. It's not a super wide step. It's really designed to be kind of an off-road type of a step. But I want to tell you, as I was driving out here and it was raining and I was getting kind of through some sandy / muddy area, while I was driving, I heard a big thunk. And so I ended up pulling over. I got out, and this right here is the spot that I drove over something and it flipped up and this got hit. I knew it was from right over here in this area somewhere, but something came up and actually dented the side of the bar a little bit. Now, one of the things that I like about Dss Sliders is it is going to give you some, you know, some off-road protection from things that come up from the bottom, and wouldn't you know, as I'm out on the way out here, I get something that hits the side of the bar and puts a little dent on the side of the bar. And you know what? I don't even know if that's going to be super noticeable. I mean, I didn't even see it right away. But then when I was kind of looking down at an angle, I could kind of see it a little bit. And it's not real bad. But here's my point. If this wasn't here, whatever kicked up would have hit here or probably here. And this is some pretty stout stuff here, guys. So if it made a little dent here, I don't want to know what it would have done up here. And so I'm really glad that I've got this. And I thought, you know, this is probably, I need to tell this story right now because this is the reason why I have the product. Now, a lot of people, this is a step, right? And a lot of people are going to buy the step to help gain entry into the vehicle. And yeah, whenever you open up the door, you know, you are going to have a little bit of, you know, a step area to step in and out on. But you can see my straw that I've got in here. But you know, it's not something that's it's not as wide as some of the other options that are out there, which I kind of like that because this is a Maverick, and I do have a lift on it and some taller tires, but I still don't need help getting in and out of the truck. One of the things that I appreciate, since I'm not stepping on the step, is that I can step around it and not drag my leg against it. A lot of the stuff that sticks out too far, I'm still going to step around it and just, you know, get whatever is dirty on the side of my leg. So I like the fact that it's tucked in a little bit. If you are using it for entry, like you've got, you know, someone that, you know, some elderly folks or some little kids that are going to use it, it's going to do a great job of helping them get in and out. And so that's cool. It is called a slider. It is not what I would consider to be a real world off-road slider, right? You know, those are typically welded to your frame. This all goes to the underbody of the truck and mounts in, bolts on. There wasn't any kind of cutting or drilling or anything I had to do on this. It was really straightforward, you know, simple install. But it's stout, and it's going to provide, you know, some of that protection from off-road, you know, obstacles, that sort of thing. Also, it's high and tight, so I still have plenty of ground clearance underneath. And so the things that would come up to hit the bottom of the truck, I'm glad that I've got this here to offer some of the protection. But anyway, that's what I've got. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link on RealTruck for this product in case you're interested in it and you want to take a look at it. But if you have any questions, hit me up.